Man, you know it's bad when you have people saying, people are like, man, my life is hell right now, but I'm glad I'm not this guy. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel again. Thank y'all so much for coming over. We're back on the Jabari channel. I'll leave this video in the description for you guys to check out more and even subscribe. Again, with this, I don't know if I'm gonna make it through the whole video because it's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal how his wife talks about him on camera. Like, I feel like a lot of stuff she says, she could have kept in private, but now the whole world know how he gets treated. It says the Akaash Singh situation gets much worse. It says he responded. So probably gonna be him defending her. And again, that's their relationship, but he said what he said. He shouldn't have went on camera saying what he said. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
So the last time we caught up with stand-up comedian, co-host of the Flagrant podcast Akaash Singh, things were not going very well for him. As for years, Akash had painted his home life as some sort of fairy tale, almost as if he had found the needle in the haystack and was married to the most pure woman he could ever imagine.
Right.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Now, let me ask you this:
wow.
do you believe her?
That right there is what the clips you keep seeing. People are making memes and everything. The fact that he said that, and then all these videos surface of her, people, how she was talking about being at the frat house, popping her and wanting to sleep with her coworker, husband, and yeah, pretty bad. So whatever he thought she was, she wasn't. Oh no, because people don't talk like that.
But lately, Akash's worst nightmare has come true, and the internet has been collectively destroying both him and his wife Jasleen for the last calendar month. It's almost like Akash is kinda just caught up in the rubble of her bad decisions, and now he has been embarrassed time and time again. Because not only did his wife reveal herself to be infatuated with both money and material possessions,
the best fucking part is like living with your best friend.
Also, it's like there's
who buys you designer shit.
but she also made several statements about her dating history before him that had people looking at her sideways.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college. I was popping my and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
So now the audience has seen behind the curtain of this fairy tale, and the comments have been merciless. Granted, everyone comes with a past, everyone has baggage,
Right.
But even in the current day, she was still thirsting over her friend's husband, who is essentially Akash 2.0.
And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband. I just know that now is like at least 10 inches.
And since my last video on this topic, the Akash files have only gotten much worse. We have some more embarrassing clips resurfacing from the past. We have updates on Akash fleeing to Dubai.
Baby, look.
Her latest podcast episode where she attempts to dunk on her haters when the score is already 69-0.
Investing in your
69.
wife is the biggest ROI that you'll ever have. Investing in your wife is not a financial burden.
As well as a leaked on-stage response
And
from
you know what? She's right. But on the flip side to that, you can't be saying what you're saying and doing what you're doing. We're talking about like, so we've been together now, what? Me and my wife for 21 years. 21 years. My wife works, she's been working. She don't have to, but she's been working, been at her job for 20 something years. My whole thing is women like her, and they were saying he didn't even sign a prenup or nothing like that. I told you, she talks to him about him with so much disrespect. And it just seems like, because he is of the mind that she's totally out of his league. like she's the catch, I'm not. And she takes advantage of that. And again, I'll keep saying it, in public. Just imagine what we don't see.
From the man himself to all the controversy.
These narratives, people calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing.
But I feel like we should just start a little bit lighter here. First, the detectives of the internet did find her potential roster of white frat boys from her college.
And I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
As well as more footage of her refusing to kiss him on camera, including the very day that the man proposed for the original time.
Ooh, I love my wife. I love my wife. Ah! Let's go ride a bike with my wife. Ah! My wife's real young, my wife's real small. Let's go to the beach and play with a beach ball. Praise Jesus God and my wife.
So as of right now, Akash is 0 for 2. He is batting 0 on proposal kisses. Which, if that is not telling to people of something, I don't really know what will be. Like, there shouldn't be a moment where a woman is not happier in regards to her relationship than when her guy is down on his knee ready to spend the rest of his life with her. Now granted, in the last video, we did discuss how Akash grew up with like 0 confidence in himself. And I really do think that he is now seeing the effects of that in his personal life.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. She's supposed to be by his side, uplifting him, you know, having his back, pumping him up. Although that also should come within. But I'm saying, if he's not doing it himself, if he don't think that he's a catch, you don't like, you know what I mean, agree or down, like, you know what I mean, tear the man down and talk about your damn co-host, man, husband who's sitting right next to him, you know.
Well, you're not a hideous guy.
Hey, you haven't seen me in high school.
Well,
Short,
what
fat,
happened?
crooked teeth. I was just like a chipmunk.
Yeah,
Now
in
fast
high school
forwarding
no
to
more.
the current day, we had Akash going over to Dubai with his wife and his family, something I'm sure was planned long before this expose, and of course she decided to document the entire thing on her TikTok page.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day in Dubai. I am getting a massage. Akash is a little tired, so he's gonna go stay sleeping. I have an appointment at Chanel, and I'm gonna run around the room because I'm so excited. I actually just ran around the room. We have zoomies. Look, babe.
And I really do think she's trying to make it like a point to stick it to her haters, calling out her questionable behavior online, as she makes several pieces of content revolving around spending money at luxury stores.
Is it too big on me? It's like a travel bag. It is like, it's a little big on me. I get what he's saying, but it's not like bad. Good that it matches so well.
So if I'm him and all this stuff happened, all this stuff came out, hey, if he still want to buy her things and do all that's totally up to him. That's fine. But I would tell her, like, hey, put the phone down. You know, just put the phone down, because it's like all that stuff came out where she just made him just look just horrible. And what did she do? Pick the phone back up and show the whole world, like, look, he's still buying me things. All right. He's still doing everything. Although this came out, he's still doing these things for me. Just put the phone down, you know?
Something matches, I need to buy it. Oh, the purple's nice. Yeah, I like this one. Sparkly. I love this. You had to come to Dubai to get the sparkly stuff. Alright, I think I'll do this one.
And it is downright hilarious to see Akash in the background of these videos with his sullen expressions.
Yeah.
I mean, down to the damn airport, she was out here taking money from the Akash machine.
Jeez. My goodness, man.
And don't get me wrong, guys, there is nothing inherently wrong with spoiling a woman, or really anyone for that matter.
Right.
Hell, guys do it all the time for women they aren't even dating exclusively, tricking off their money.
Okay, so you've spent over $1 million on Corinna, and you've posted on her story, so I can say this. You haven't hit.
Oh.
I just feel like the real problem comes with her overall attitude of like this general entitlement.
Thank
Like,
you.
I'm not sure if it's a cultural thing or if this is like the path she always felt she was destined to walk. But it is beyond clear to me that she feels like she is owed these gifts. And that is where we get to the response that she made on her return to her very successful podcast.
Also because that's where has chivalry gone? Like, why do these men who make $60,000 a year talking about gold diggers? You don't have any gold to dig. you don't have to.
How much you make a year? Because she wasn't working, right? Didn't she say something about she made $600? You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Like that comment right there. You hear her say that, and then you see her on this shopping spree with him. Like, she talking about chivalry and stuff like that. Yeah, to people who deserve it. Now, me, myself, I will always try to open the door. You know, you always walk on the right, the right side of the street, all that stuff. But when you hear her say stuff like that, bringing up people, how much money they make a year, you know how many people make $60,000 a year, and they're happy. So a lot of people make less, but guess what? They're happy. You know, she just on, excuse my language, she just pooped on a whole bunch of people right there.
You don't even have to worry about it. It's like, bro, we're not even talking about you, because the guys that are actually in the 1% tax bracket, they want to do like the things that my husband and Nav are doing. They want to take care of women. They don't want us to be stressed. They want to be in our divine. They want us to be in our divine feminine energy.
Now, to be clear, most of the people.
I mean, she ain't beating the gold digger allegations with what she just said right there. If somebody made $1,000 a year, there's still more than what you make because you ain't working.
People she's talking about here, these red pill creators, are at the very least in the top 3% of earners in the country. I mean, a lot of you already know that I'm not like a red pill guy myself. In fact, I've spent a lot of time roasting these types of creators. But man, does she keep supplying them with more ammo than Reagan in the Iran-Contra affair.
Yes.
She gets into this divine feminine energy, this divine feminine aura. In return, she starts taking care of you in a much better way. Investing in your wife is the biggest ROI that you'll ever have. Investing in your wife is not a financial burden.
And it's interesting that she talks about this.
But how are you taking care of him if you're publicly shaming him and he's doing everything for you, and in return, you're just like dissing this guy and wanting to sleep with one of his friends? So how is that taking care of him?
It's like divine feminine energy, when it is defined as the following: a spiritual and cultural concept representing nurturing, intuitive, and creative qualities, such as empathy, sensuality, and interconnectedness. When she has literally admitted on multiple occasions that she doesn't do anything. She doesn't cook, she doesn't clean, she doesn't show this guy affection.
For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Jasleen. I'm a stay-at-home wife, but I don't cook or clean because I don't feel like it. And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian, and he buys me lots of nice things.
I mean, she even admitted that she hates to celebrate this guy's birthday with him, because she has to be nice to him for an entire 24 hours, and I guess that takes away from her sacred princess treatment.
May the 4th is Akash's birthday. And
May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Yeah, and every year I dread it because I have to be nice
All
the whole day,
See,
and I have to get him some.
She's annoying the hell out of me. I want to just get to the part where he supposedly responds.
And this is where his onstage response comes in, as Akash tells the crowd a little story from their past.
These narratives, people calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing. So I'm going to tell one story that I have never even told her. Honestly, she has no idea of this story. My wife and I met in 2014. I was not making much money. I was getting $25 a night doing stand-up. I was on MTV shows that paid dog shit money. If she was a gold digger, I didn't even have 10 to get the bitch, to be honest. But then in 2018, I went flat fucking broke. 34 years old, I probably made $4,000 that entire year. And we couldn't even afford the living room we lived in New York City. We had to move out of that apartment and move to New Jersey. I had to save up money to move to New Jersey. So we had to stay on her friend's couch for almost a month. We were basically homeless for a month. So I could save money to move to New Jersey. And I remember the night.
He keeps saying I. What was she doing to help? She couldn't say, oh, let me go get a job to help out. You see what I'm saying? That's what a relationship, that's when you be like, you know what? I'm going to put a ring on this. You see what I'm saying? I had to do this. I had to do that. It's crazy, man.
Before we went to the couch, we had to stay in our apartment illegally. Me and her sleeping on a hardwood floor. I'm 34 years old. She's 25 years old. I'm looking at this girl like, man, you could go be with an Indian who's a doctor, like a real Indian. You're a beautiful girl. You have so much ahead of you. Me, I don't know what my life is going to be. I'm 34. I'm fucking broke. This dream might not ever happen, but I'm too fucking moronic to quit. And I have nothing to give her. It's just a light jacket. It's like October.
And she had nothing to give you. That's what he's missing. What did she give you? Not confidence. Unless he's finna say she said something to him. Like, how do y'all go from that, all that struggling and stuff like that, to you finally making it, and she's still from her not doing nothing then to even now she's bragging about how she don't do nothing. She don't cook, no, like what the hell?
So I hand her the jacket, and then she said, what's this for? I said, you can use that as a pillow. And then she goes, well, what are you going to use? And I said, I'll figure it out. She handed me back the jacket. She goes, you take this. And then she lay with her head on my chest and her arm around me the entire night. And I remember thinking in that moment, this is why I haven't shared this with her, because I remember thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to marry this girl because I'm so broken. I'm in such a bad place, and it's a dark fucking time in my life. But I know I will never find a girl that loves me this much ever again. I will never find a girl who rides for me this hard ever again.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
So yeah, I just think his attempted damage control was weak at best. Granted, I do not think that he plans on having this part of his set leaked. And on a more human level, I do feel bad for him still, like enduring this tsunami online. And there definitely is some merit in being with someone when they have nothing and staying with them through that. And I don't think it's necessarily wrong to like bask in the benefits when they do become successful. But like I said, the entitlement is just off the charts, and she's out here saying all of this wild shit. And I think she can't see that that is like the issue that most people have. That is why everyone is pointing and laughing in Akash's face. And in this last clip I have for you guys, you will see exactly where her mindset is regarding finances, as she talks about the idea of a man asking for a prenup before marriage.
Is it just me, or is the idea of asking a girl to sign a prenup incredibly offensive? And only one way. Like, if I asked someone to sign a prenup because I had some like
So she don't work, she don't cook, she don't do nothing. It's like she's offered him nothing. So it's like whatever I made. I went out there and worked. She was complaining about him working. He's out there hustling to give her this lifestyle. And you know, if something goes bad, she gonna get half. You know, like they say, it's cheaper to keep her. So I think that's where he's at right now. That's why he's enduring all this, and he's going to continue to take all this, because he know if he leaves her, or if they divorce, or whatever the case may be, she going to get half of everything he worked for. And she's just going to be living life.
business. Then I would be like, yeah, can you just sign this prenup, because like I don't want to like lose all my money. But then like if a guy asked you to sign a prenup, I would be like, I would call off the wedding. Like I would literally call off the wedding.
See what I mean?
You would have called off the wedding if I asked you to sign a prenup?
Yeah, like I'm not even joking.
I had no real ability to, since you were with me when I was broke.
So once again, it's like because she was with him when he was broke, Akash will forever remain her doormat.
You're a sexist. That's the thing.
I'm a
about
feminist.
you. That's what we code it as, but you're a sexist.
And to be frank, most stand-up comedians are lucky if they make it by their mid-30s. Yes, there is this acceleration now because of podcasting, but even then, the majority of successful men and women in the space have been...
Alright, man. I've seen enough. I did skip a couple of parts because I wanted to get to exactly what his response was. But again, you can find a full video in the description. Again, man, people like this try to kick you when you're down. If you're a person with low self-esteem, man, you got to stay away from these people until you get right, until you get the confidence to stand up for yourself, because she's obviously taking advantage of like he's talking about how he used to look in high school, and to me, I feel like he it's almost like he still think he's that kid in high school. You see it in movies all the time. But this dude made a name for himself, made a good life for himself, and she's just reaping all the benefits with doing nothing. It's okay for her if she don't want to work, or it's like, okay, cool, if he's willing to take care of you, but for you to go out there in the public and just totally diminish this dude's like, I mean, you just making this dude look so bad. That's your thank you to him. And she's like, I can say this because he's okay with it. Because he'll never find a woman like me. Appreciate y'all coming over. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, man. Peace out.